Welcome back to the Pro Sports Podcasters on YouTube. My name is Cobe. Most of you know me as Cobe from the podcast, and I want to take a look at the recent announcement by NFL All Day about burning moments. And the initial reactions to this are mostly positive, right? Mostly positive. They had their little burn drop yesterday. 1,000 packs came out from the Super Wildcard Weekend set, and people had the option, if they got 3 commons, to go ahead and just burn those commons for $35 credit. So basically you buy a pack for $50. You don't like what you see. You burn all 3 commons, reducing the total number count for those particular moments. And then they give you $35 in credit to go back on the marketplace when you feel like it and buy something you're actually interested in. Not a bad deal. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad either. It's a decent trade-off when it comes right down to it. It really helps people who look at this as kind of a lottery, in that you get almost a free ticket win as a result of this. You buy your ticket, being your pack. You go ahead and scratch it by ripping it. Oh, you didn't hit anything big, but look at that. You got a free ticket, so you can go ahead and get something else. Like, that's literally what it's like to me. I see this as a pretty good thing. It would have been a great thing for NBA Top Shot, really, because of where they're at. For NFL All Day, it seems a bit premature for myself. That's when it comes right down to it. I don't mind. I'm glad it's there. It's something they can utilize in the future. I hope it isn't a permanent thing on every single drop, but it is, the fact that it's going to be part of the application is a good thing. There are some negative sides to it. So right now I'm going to kind of look at the positives and negatives of this whole burn situation. And the first of which is, it seems like there's a lot of other things they should be doing ahead of this. That's the first thing. Like, it almost bothers me to think that they've been working on this when there are other things they could have had in the works to come out earlier, i.e. grow the community. I mean, this could be part of a way to grow the community. You get to use this in your marketing, saying that, hey, when you join NFL All Day and you buy your first pack, if it's 3 moments you don't really like that are commons, you can go ahead and burn them and buy something you like on the marketplace. It's something they can use to maybe help entice people in, but that's not going to be enough to get people to join just because of that, especially when you're asking for new collectors to jump on the platform who don't know what burning is. They're going to need an explanation of that. They're maybe new to NFTs. All of this is a bit confusing when they start off, so you want it to be as simple as possible, and there's nothing simple about this. So that's the first thing. I would have liked to have seen other things happen first. There's a list of things that could have happened, but there are other things I think this platform requires than let's burn some moments. Now, it does make the community happy, and I like anything that makes the community happy, right? I am a big proponent of let's grow the community, but first off, you need to make the current community happy, because if they're not happy, you're not growing shit when it comes right down to it, right? You need the people on the platform to be raving about it, to be excited about it, to be posting about it, so that other people hear about it and go, shit, maybe I should be in on that too. So the majority of response I've seen on, say, Twitter and the Discord and such is positive. There are some negative, but the majority is positive, and the majority is who we're after here. So that's a good thing. Something that really bothered me when I looked a little deeper and read the blog and such is that they said in the future, this could be something they implement in challenges, in that, let's say they have a challenge that requires 5 specific moments, or whatever, the top 5 running backs of the weekend or something like that, that those moments in the challenge would then be burned to complete the challenge. So there's 5 moments in your collection that you need for this challenge. You go ahead and burn them, and that's how you get the challenge. Well, that seems counterproductive. I mean, my whole point of my collection is to build a stable of players that are performance-based, that can complete performance-based challenges. I'm looking at a number of moments in my collection that could win me a passing yards challenge, or a number of touchdowns challenge, or rushing yards challenge, or number of tackles, interceptions, or sacks challenge. This is what I'm building. And I'm not doing the stack one particular moment multiple times. There are a few players I have more than one of. But for the most part, I'm not doing this, get 10 of a player so that when that particular moment is in a challenge, I can sell 9 and use the 10th as my challenge moment for my particular collection. I'm not really doing that. There are people that do that, and I think it's a good strategy when it comes right down to it. It's just not my strategy. I'm actually looking at completing as many challenges as possible with the moments I have. So I don't need to buy them at a premium to complete a challenge. That's what I'm doing. And then using my challenge rewards as my profit. But that's not going to work for me if they tell me I got to burn my moments to complete challenges. Like, why are you buying moments to burn them? Like, essentially, you're turning a non-fungible token into a fungible token by doing that. You're turning it into currency if you have to burn it to finish a challenge. I seriously hope that's not a thing. I hope that was just some idiot spitballing possible ideas that never go into effect, because that does not make sense to me. So that's a negative. Another positive is it gives them the option to go back and reevaluate the total number of moments minted for specific players. So if they realize that, this player has way too many moments on the marketplace. So for example, there are certain players specifically off of the Cincinnati Bengals or Los Angeles Rams, because they went to the Super Bowl, you have certain players that can have their basic common, a Super Bowl moment, a conference championships moment, a division winning moment, the Super Wildcard Weekend moment. There are certain players that can have a number of these moments on the marketplace already because of how deep they went into the playoffs, and because each playoff week they released a pack to correspond with that. So you may look at, say, a Von Miller, who has, say 5 different moments available on the marketplace. I don't know the exact number, but it's a bunch. And say to yourself, well, you've got a basic Von Miller at 10,000. You've got this Von Miller at 8,500. You've got this Von Miller at 900 because it's a rare. And you look at the total thing and say to yourself, well, you know what? There's a lot of Von Millers out there. Maybe that one that's minted to 10,000, we still have 1,500 in packs or on hold. We can just burn those to reduce the total number of Von Millers available. Makes complete sense to me. That makes total sense. That's actually a great idea, right? Now, the flip side to that is our community is still too small. I've talked about this so many times. I talked about this in the last video. The community is too small. So if you're burning moments now because you look at the total community size and say to yourself, oh, there's too many moments out there to support the community or have real value in the marketplace, don't get ahead of yourselves and say we should be burning a bunch of these moments until you've made a concerted effort to grow the community to an acceptable size. Because it's going to help new collectors on the platform to get in, say now, when the market's significantly depressed and the values are really low. It's going to allow them to take a look, decide, do I want to be in on this? And how are they going to decide? They're probably going to go online. They're going to check the marketplace and look up their favorite players and see how much it's going to cost them to put that together. So let's say you're a fan of whatever. You're a fan of the Dallas Cowboys. Well, you will use America's team. And you go online right now and you start looking up some of your favorite players and think to yourself, oh, it's not that expensive, really, to grab like a CeeDee Lamb, a Dak Prescott. And you're like, wow. That's, I can get I can maybe put together all my favorite Dallas Cowboys and it's not going to cost me that much money and there's still a bunch available and such. Oh, right on. I'm in. Well, the reverse will happen if you burn too many moments and the current market has what they want. So now if somebody wants to buy a Dak Prescott and you've burned X number of them and the value shoots up, a new collector looks at that and goes, oh, no, I can't. I'm not going to join this platform. I'm not willing to spend that much money on one moment to get my favorite quarterback or one moment to get my favorite running back or wide receiver or pass rusher. Then it might turn them off. So don't be too quick to limit the number of moments available until you've made a significant effort to grow the community. It's just a warning. Hopefully Dapper Labs watches my stuff. I doubt they do, because for the most part, there's a lot of us producing content on YouTube that make a lot of sense that never seems to be implemented at all or even mentioned on the Dapper Labs side of things. Hopefully we speak up. You want to do me a solid? Honestly, you really want to help the channel and you want to help yourselves in the process, is share this. Share it around. Make sure other people see it. You'd be helping me a ton, right? Increase my viewership, maybe get a few more subscribers. But you'd be helping yourselves because hopefully at some point, somebody connected to Dapper Labs comes across it and says, you know what? They're right. And look at the response. Everybody agrees. Now, not everybody agrees with me. That's a fact. I've had some serious hate come through on my channel a number of times because of opinions I've given, things I've said. C'est la vie. If you have an opinion, someone's going to disagree with you. But in this particular case, I really hope everybody agrees that we shouldn't be burning moments we've invested in to complete challenges. I mean, of all the things they suggested, that's one that just doesn't fly with me at all. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't yet, check out our website, www.prosportspodcasters.com. Scroll to the bottom of the homepage. There's a spot there to sign up and become a PSP Insider. It's worth it. You're going to get additional information from us. You're going to get betting strategies. You're going to get NFT investment and buy-sell strategies from us. Right now, we only release a few newsletters and, email blasts and such, maybe a month. But as the season gets closer, you're going to get more and more information from us. And we cover a lot of fantasy football here, if that's the thing for you. A lot of fantasy football generally begins this month where we start to cover it, and it just ramps up toward the season. Between myself and Nee Wallace Bruce, who has done work for PFF, if you're aware of them, we have a lot of information that could be valuable, not only on the NFL All Day NFT side, but on the fantasy football side as well. Till next time.